On this video, I'm going to be doing a voiceover. It's a little different to the types of videos that I like to do, and figure we'll do it this way for now, only for this video, because I've been very busy trying to get things done. A lot of things have been happening. It gets a little difficult trying to juggle your regular job and your business and your life that gets a little compiled, but trying to get it done. I want to reach a point where I can dedicate myself to the job, to the business itself 100%. That way I could get to my full potential and what I want, what I wish to do. Please excuse the echo, the background noise. I didn't prepare properly for the setup. I am working on putting together a nice little studio, so on those days that I'm off and I'm booking loads, I can talk to you guys directly about my experience. I was actually trying to set it up with a camera, but then I realized the camera wasn't working right. I need an upgrade. I have a pretty old camera that I used to do YouTube with years ago, and wasn't working out, so I figured I'd do a voiceover, and from time to time I'll just put some pictures and clips of what I went through and what I'm experiencing, and simply just keeping with the topic. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all the subscribers. As of today, September 1st, 2021, I have 47 subscribers. I like to say welcome and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the first of the 4D's Transport family, and I welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that like. I noticed a lot of people had questions, and I appreciate those questions because it keeps me on my toes. And let's grow together. This is what it's all about, growing together. Before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to the following people. I have here Jonathan Diaz. Shout outs to you. Also like to give a shout out to Relax Music Vlog, no copyright. Also like to give a shout out to Flow Transport Solution LLC. Me and him have been conversating back and forth and been talking about possibly sharing a load, because he's from the Florida area and I'm from Jersey, so we were hoping maybe we're talking about just possibly working something out in which we can meet halfway on a load, which maybe, not sure if it's gonna happen. It sounds like a good idea. It never hurts to help a brother out. And if that day comes, I'll record it and we'll meet up and have a video. But check him out also. He has his own YouTube channel as well. Again, it's Flow Transport Solution LLC from Florida. I also like to give a shout out to Jose Santoyo. Shout out to Anthony Garcia. I'd like to give a shout out to Adam Soares. That's S-O-A-R-E-S, Soares. Arthur Duran. Samuel Oviedo. Shout out to Angel Rodriguez. Farley 17. Junior Sanchez. Quick Mods OBS. And the Ramirez family. Shout out to them, and also shout outs to all the other subscribers. I didn't get everybody for the I don't have too much time. I'd be here forever, but definitely shout outs to everybody here. Thank you for joining the family, and I appreciate your support. All right, so let's get to it. One of the questions that I have here is from Jonathan Diaz. 2 months ago, he wrote, "Can you make a video showing us how to put straps and what kind of straps do you use?" Well, the video on how I put straps, I can actually prepare something for you. Here, matter of fact, I'll show you just a small example of how they look when they're set up. I don't know if I have, I probably do have clips of videos out there in my files of me putting the straps together, but I'll show you real quickly the type of straps that I use. When I first started doing vehicle hauling, I started with the Vulcan car tie down. It had the flat hooks, and these are the lasso style with the 2-inch by 96-inch. you know what I'll do is I'll put the item on the description. And just quick disclosure, I am an Amazon affiliate, so the items that I put down in the description will be connected to Amazon, so you guys could take a look at it. Let's see here. When I first started, you'll see on some earlier videos that I started with the Vulcan card tied down, the flat hooks, and it's a lasso style 2" by 96". And one of the things that I started to realize was that I was running into problems with the way the straps were bending. Not bending, but the way it was pulling. I didn't like it. It didn't feel comfortable. The flat hooks will go down into its proper location, but then the straps will have to bend to either a 40-degree angle or harder. And when you strap these tires down, sometimes you have the habit of tightening it down very tight, very hard, because you don't want the lassos to, you don't want the straps to come loose. You don't want the vehicle to start to move, and you don't want it to be rocking back and forth, so you go real tight. But the problem was, it started to look like the straps were starting to tear because of the angle that it was pulling. And hopefully I'll put some footage up. I'll put some pictures up of what I'm talking about so you can see. So then what I ended up doing was changing the straps. Now I still keep the flat hooks available in case something was to tear, or you know, in any case emergency, you always want to keep extras. But what I use now, and you'll probably see it on the most recent videos, see, I got it from Auto Fonder. It's called Auto Fonder 4-pack 2" heavy duty car ratchet tie down kit with the snap hooks. Now the snap hooks is what makes the job a whole lot easier, because when you use snap hooks to the D-rings, it holds the strap straight out instead of twisting it in an angle like it did with the flat hooks. I'll show you here on this video what I'm talking about. And you'll notice also that I have these accessories added onto the trailer. They're called heavy duty adjustable trailer stake pocket D-rings. There are half-inch hitch pins. Well, they come with the half-inch pins to hold it in place. They can take up to 5,400 pounds, and they are adjustable. You can set it up any location you want, as long as your trailer has the pockets for them to go into. The stake pocket D-rings are definitely a great thing. That I'm telling you, this thing changed the whole game completely for me. I feel more comfortable with it. It's the bomb. You know, one thing you start to realize is that these vehicles come in different sizes. The location of the wheels are always going to be in different locations. They could be either a few inches up, a few inches back, a foot up, a foot back. And sometimes you could reach the ring, sometimes you can't. And with this trailer that I'm using, also there's a little issue that I've been running into. Well, I was running into with the design of it. I couldn't reach the pockets with the flat hook. But once I couldn't reach the pocket with the flat hook on one particular area. One day I'll make a video of it and I'll point it out. But with these here, with these stake pocket D-rings, it just changed the whole game, made it so much easier, so much better, and it became more comfortable. Another problem that I was running into was the straps that I bought were not long enough. Like I stated before, the first straps that I purchased, let me see here, were 96 inches long. The first ones that I purchased were 96 inches long, and then I came to realize it was a time I had to go to Jersey City to the port to pick up a Jeep. I forgot the type of Jeep it was. I'll put a picture up. And the wheels were huge. and there was no space inside the rim for me to put it through. There was no space at all inside the rims that I could put the straps through, and I could not strap around it. So I was forced to try to use the frame underneath. I was forced to use the chassis, but the hooks that I have, I was not comfortable with. I don't think it was the right hooks. Let me see here. I was not comfortable with the setup. I mean, I took it anyway. I made sure it was secured. It was definitely secured, but I did not like the way it was set up, because I didn't have the axle straps to hold it down using the axles. I didn't have the D-rings at the time, and the straps were too short. It was way too short, and these were the 96. So anyway, that's besides the point. What I ended up getting was the 144-inch straps. So also, I recommend you get both. Not just the one, get both. Get the 96-inch, get a whole set of 4s, and also get the 144-inch straps as well. The Vulcan exotic car rim tie down set. It's a 2-inch, 144-inch. You get 4 straps, 3,300 pounds of workload. It works just fine. I will also put that in the description as well. The auto fonder, which I mentioned earlier, same thing. Those are axle straps, but they also have the through the rim straps as well. But like I said before, the snap hooks is what does the job. You need the D-rings and the accessory. What is that? I'm going back into my list here. The heavy duty adjustable trailer stake pocket D-rings. That also I will leave in the description, so you could take a look at it and you decide if you want. But I do recommend it because it made my whole job easier. And you know, I'm speaking to the ones out there with the single vehicle trailer. Is this going to be useful, perfect for or usable for those who got the bigger trailers? Maybe, I don't know, because I personally don't have one, but I'm only speaking out of my own experience with a single car hauler. So that goes to answer Jonathan Diaz's question. Question from Relax Music Vlog, no copyright. It's a pretty long name, but that's cool. How old is your DOT, and do you have a CDL? I responded to this one already, but I just felt that I should add this one to the video. How old is my DOT? Well, I guess you could say I started in 2021, so it's definitely less than a year old. And do I have a CDL? Yes, I do. I've had my CDL for over 10 years. I have a Class A. Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. As long as you're under 26,000 pounds, it's not necessary. But do I recommend you to get one? Yes. I definitely recommend you get a Class A, no matter what. Even if you're not doing vehicle hauling, even if you're not even looking to get a trucking job, get a Class A regardless, because one thing for sure is that there's never a shortage of work. There's always work. So if things around you's not working out, you can always get a job doing trucking, or just even driving for another company. But I do definitely recommend that. If you do hear any ringing sounds or noises in the background, please forgive me. There's people doing work in the area where I'm at right now, and there's a lot of guys going back and forth, and I just went ahead and decided to close the door to my office while they did that actually. I got a question here from Jose Santoyo. How's it going, man? Still hauling one car? Yes, I am. I'm still hauling one car. I am looking to upgrade to a 2-car trailer. because I noticed there's a lot of additional cars that I can pick up, and it's a little rough to book those because I would have to go back and forth. But if I could pick up the 2 in one spot and drop off at the same spot, that would make a lot more money, less trips. Well, actually, just sticking to the point, a lot more money. I can make a lot more money. Maybe even a 3-car. But for a 3-car, I prefer to use a dually. At this moment, I am not using a dually. I am using a 2009 F350, which is single rear wheels in the back. But it does the job. It's doing the job. But upgrade, definitely. I can't wait. I would love to get an upgrade. Anthony Garcia wrote, "Hey buddy, I'm also from the northern New Jersey." Let's see here. "Hey buddy, I'm also from the northern New Jersey like you. I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind, what dispatcher are you using in your area? Or can you point me to the direction of one? I'm almost ready to start. Thank you and stay safe out there." No, thank you for the question, Anthony. I've actually already responded to this, but I'm just gonna post it on here anyway. I'm just gonna state it on this video. Dispatch, I have not used a dispatcher. I am my own dispatcher. Is it a great idea to use one? Maybe. I think it would be the smart thing for one to do, in a sense. Let's see. Dispatcher, I guess with a dispatcher, it would relieve the issue of having to look for loads. You'll have somebody do it for you. It would definitely save a lot of time, but you do have to pay your dispatcher. Maybe, I guess it would be a better idea, because I never use a dispatcher myself, but I do take up a lot of time looking for loads. But I guess it all depends up to you. If you don't have a huge overhead, go for it. If your equipment is up to par, let's say you have maybe a 2 or 3 car or 5 car hauler, and you make enough money, then go for it. Get a dispatcher. It'll get things moving a lot quicker, that's for sure. Me personally, I say before you get a dispatcher, at least, even if you just go for a dispatcher, you gotta at least have some time of the experience. You gotta have the experience of doing it yourself first. At least that's what I think. It's my opinion. Get the experience of dispatching yourself first, and then get a dispatcher, and then you decide. Once you see the two sides, then you decide for yourself. Because if you're capable of dispatching yourself quickly and really good loads, you won't need a dispatcher. You dispatch yourself. But if you don't have the time and you really want to make that money and you're on the go, really you're on the move, you want to keep moving, then yes, get yourself a dispatcher. But be aware that you have to pay them. You have to pay them for the work, and if you can afford it, go for it. Definitely go for it. Believe me, I ain't hating, because I myself sometimes I think of getting my own dispatcher, because it's frustrating. There are days that it can be frustrating when you're looking for loads and there's stuff out there that's really bad, and you hit your spots when it's really good, but it does take a lot of your time. Me, I try to run every other day. I don't run every single day, every other day, because it does take me a good amount of my day just to book loads and have a full day set up. Sometimes I try to schedule myself a good week in advance, but it's hard. Sometimes you could fill up tomorrow, but then your next day you can't fill up an entire schedule for yourself. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to go far, but they don't pay, but then you end up going short, but you're booking 2, 3, or 4 to make your day's worth. It's tricky. Try a dispatcher, give it a shot, but definitely try to do it yourself also. So you need to get the experience. I do recommend that. Get the experience. But thanks for your question. For Adam Soares, he writes, how many feet is the trailer? So I guess he's referring to the trailer that I'm using. The trailer that I use is a short track. It's a 20 feet by 7. I made sure to get something long enough so I wouldn't have a problem picking up a F-150, which is the biggest car that I've picked up. I don't think I'm getting anything bigger than that. F-150. Dualies I don't pick up. They're too heavy for my trailer. It's capable of doing it. My trailer is rated at 9,900 pounds. But what a dually, an empty dually, would be about 6,000 pounds. And then the trailer itself is about 2 pounds, so that's 8,000. I try not to go too heavy with my trailer. You know, a dually, to throw a dually on there, not yet. Maybe later on after the years and I've done a few, you know, hub greasing and axle changes, which I hope I don't need to do anytime soon. But a dually is one thing I have not taken yet. I think it's too heavy. It's too heavy for this trailer. It'll work. It'll take it. It doesn't surpass the weight rating. You know what I mean? Neither of the truck towing capacity nor the trailer weight. You know, but I don't want to put a beating on my trailer that fast. I want to go light and take as many as I can. I want my trailer to last. You know, you got to take care of your equipment. Some people go extreme and they throw the max weight on their trailer and pull and pull and pull, and next thing you know, things are falling apart on that trailer or their truck. I need my equipment to last. So unless I have to, I'm not gonna take a dually. But yeah, 20 feet by 7 is my trailer. And thanks for the question, Adam Soares. And Arturo Duran gave me a thumbs up, so thumbs up back to you, my friend. I got another one by Adam Soares. Is how much insured for one car? Okay, so I'm assuming he's asking me, I don't know if he's asking how, you know, how much is insured in my policy, or how much am I paying for my insurance for a single car hauler. So I'm gonna go with that. How much am I paying for insurance? Well, that all depends to the that all depends on your location. It depends on your equipment. Is it finance? Is it fully paid? Is it a lease? And it also depends on your driving records as well. Do you have points in your license? Do you have a CDL? And how long you've had your CDL? It all depends. So even if I gave you an answer, it really won't matter. It's not going to change anything. What I would recommend is to simply get quotes. Get quotes. Everybody's going to be different. There's no 2-3 people that are the same. Get quotes, find out. You know, I'll tell you why, because I'll give you an example. When I was trying to get a dually and I was trying to finance one with a trailer, my insurance was preparing to charge me almost $2,000 a month. And when everything changed and I ended up buying my truck, it's a used truck, I paid it in full, and then the trailer I paid in full, my insurance went down to $800 a month. So it's a big difference. And then location, if you live in an area where there's a lot of theft and vandalism and stuff like that, or you know, pretty much if you're living in a hot spot, then yeah, your insurance will be up. You know, your insurance will be up. If you live in an area that's not, it doesn't have a high rate of vehicle theft or crime, then your insurance will be lowered. So it all depends. It all depends. Everybody's different. Let's see here. There's one here by Andre Shaw, and shout outs to you, Andre Shaw. It says, hey, been following you for about a month. I want to do actually what you're doing, a one car setup to learn the game. My question to you, if you don't mind. Okay, so I guess that's in connection to the other question. One car setup, learn the game. By car, is your insurance based off a one car setup? Actually, I don't think so. That's a good question, because I don't remember them asking me how many vehicles I'm going to be pulling. They just asked me if it was going to be freight or vehicle. That's a very good question. I don't remember them asking me how many cars I'll be pulling. But one thing I know is that you have to have $1 million coverage on the cars that you're pulling. So that I could remember. That's a very good question. Is there any money in pulling one car at a time? Yes, there is. There is money in pulling one car, but there's more money in pulling 2 or 3. One car, let's put it like this. If you have a heavy car note and you finance your trailer, I do not recommend one car. I do not recommend single car hauling. If you have a big mortgage that you're paying for, along with everything else, I do not recommend one car. White's Hauling, a matter of fact, Ty from White's Hauling said it best. If you're judging your money, you're basing your money according to what I make, you don't want to do that, because everybody's situation is different. And he's right. Everybody's situation is different. My situation is totally different. I don't have a car note. I don't have a trailer note. My insurance is cheap. I can work with a single car hauling. I mean, I would like to make more money, of course, but one car hauling is not gonna ruin my business. It'll survive. You know, my CPM is low, very low, and it sucks in a way, because my CPM and others like me can affect the rates in the system. I mean, I'm still pushing at $2 a mile. I do not want to go below $2 a mile, but my CPM is way lower than that. I can survive at $1.80. I can survive at $1.75. I can survive at $1.50 a mile, but I don't want to do that, because it messes everybody else up. If I take it at that rate, it can mess others up, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I always push and keep it at $2 a mile. But is there money pulling one car? Andre, I will say that, yeah, there is money, but you need to keep in mind, my money is not your money in the sense of earning. You know what I mean? You have to draw a line on what's the minimum that you're willing to make, and it all depends on your CPM. CPM is cost per mile, which you have to calculate when you have a chance before you really go out there. If you, like I said, if you have a car note, trailer note, just with that alone, I do not recommend single car hauling. Maybe 2-3 cars, yes, go that way. Go that route, because you're gonna need to keep up with your payments. But if you don't have any of that, you don't have no car note, no trailer note, you have a better chance of making it with a single car hauler. All right, I hope that answers your question, Andre Shaw. And moving forward, and thanks again, brother. Thanks again for your question. I have actually, this is more of a statement, and it's in Spanish, from Samuel Oviedo. It says here, I'm gonna try to translate it the best I can, because he wrote it in Spanish. It says here, my brother, I'm Dominican. I used to live in Jersey City, and big ups to Jersey City. Right now I'm in Florida, and I want to enter into Hotshot, but nothing complicated. It says here, I also believe that, let's see here, I believe maybe a 1 or 2 car max. Okay, he says, I congratulate you. And let's see, Senor. Oh, and may God bless you. Okay, well, God bless you too, Mr. Samuel Oviedo. I thank you also, and good luck with that. I see you're interested in coming into the system, coming into the game. Hey, listen, there's plenty of money for everybody here in this business. So I do welcome you to come into the family, man. Come into the family. And big ups to Jersey City as well. And to Dominican Republic. Saludos, Santo Domingo. Dios, Patria y Libertad. God bless you. Let's see. Flow Transport. That's my boy right there. It says here, I posted a video regarding New York's traffic, and he wrote back saying, you're 100% correct. New York traffic is bad. He's originally from Brooklyn. And he tries not to pass North Carolina. So from Florida, he goes up to North Carolina, and he tries real hard not to pass that. Flow Transport is the guy that I spoke about, that we might be able to do some kind of business together, because my furthest south that I'll go is North Carolina, because my insurance, I set up my insurance to cover 500 miles. I plan not to go beyond 500 miles. And North Carolina happens to be my line, and his line happens to be North Carolina as well. So there's sometimes you'll find a load that goes from New York straight down to Florida. And we said, hey, maybe one day we'll do something where we can split something in half. And let's see. It's always according to the rates. You know, it's very hard to cross through and split a rate right in half, because the tolls and the fuel prices in Florida is different from the tolls and fuel prices in the metro area, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. It's hard. So to split something down 50-50 going down that way, it's a little risky. It all depends on the price, you know, if the price is right. But, you know, tolls and gas prices up in this area is killer, man. It's hard. But you never know. And like I said, if we do work out something, I'll record a video, and then we'll team up. We'll meet up somewhere and just create a video real quick. But to Flow Transport Solutions LLC, peace, man. God bless, man, and welcome to the channel. And for those of you out there listening, you can also check out that channel as well. Take a moment and check out that channel. He got a couple of videos out there. He's trying to get himself out there. He's a pretty cool guy, man. Pretty cool guy. Angel Rodriguez says here, hey brother, I'm happy to see someone showing everything from scratch. Can you tell us where you can find a single trailer like yours, and what was your startup cost? I really appreciate it. Thanks. Angel, the trailer I picked up was from, I think it's called Best Trailers. I believe it's in Irving, Pennsylvania. Thanks to Tyson from White's Hauling. You could check out his channel also, White's Hauling on YouTube. I asked him the same question, and he led me to Best Trailers in PA. Irving, PA. At first, I was looking for another location in PA, which was closer to Jersey. Then I realized that they were all gone. They had nothing in stock, completely emptied out. And I had to drive 5 hours out into PA to find the trailer that I have there. And believe me, it was a big difference, because they had a whole field of trailers, enclosed trailers, open trailers, goosenecks. They had everything there. The service was pretty good. The guy there helped me out pretty well. You know, he did the job. You know, I drove out of there with the trailer. Let's just put it like that. My trailer alone costed a little over $6,000. And then you have to pay to get your temporary plate, especially if you're going out of state. But it worked out. Everything worked out. Plus, the trailer that I purchased came with the spare tire and with not the steel wheels. I think they're aluminum wheels for weight. I wanted to cut the weight as much as possible. Startup cost, that's a good question. And like I said, startup cost is totally different for everybody. My startup cost is not going to be your startup cost. The pickup truck that I purchased, I got it from Maryland. We had to drive. My brother-in-law and I drove all the way down to Maryland to pick that one up. That one there was about $7,000. It was an F350 with 115,000. No, it was less than that. 115,000 miles, and it wasn't expensive. There was absolutely no rust on the body. It was a 2009. The only catch was that the engine is a gas engine. It's a 5.4. It's a V8 5.4, which is working pretty well right now. But I do plan to upgrade to a diesel dually as soon as the money's right. I'll be upgrading. The first thing I'm going to upgrade is to a 2-car trailer, because the F350 that I have do have the towing capacity. I want to modify it and hook up a gooseneck to it. It's a, what is it? I want a low, I forgot the name of that one. It's a low profile gooseneck trailer, 2-car hauler. And then after a little bit, I want to upgrade to a dually, a diesel. I was thinking possibly a Silverado or a Ford. I thought about the Ram, but there's a lot of issues with the Rams. I mean, it's all of them. All those cars have issues, but I think Silverado would be my first choice before going to the Ford or the Ram. But you know, everybody's different. I guess it all depends on who's driving and who is maintaining it. But startup costs, it's different, man. It's different. Everybody's different. If my startup cost is low because I went towards a used truck. You know, I didn't go to a dealer for the truck. The trailer, I bought it straight out cash. But I cannot give you what a startup cost is going to be. There are plenty of videos out there that can give you the information, but it's according to what equipment you want to go for. Vehicle hauling, 2-car, 3-car, 4-car, 5-car, straight deck, trailer, 40 foot, 30 foot. It all depends. If it's either hot shot with freight or you want to do hot shot with hauling, your startup cost is always going to be different. It's not going to be the same. So it's hard for me to just tell you, okay, your startup cost is going to be exactly this amount. And then when you come up with it and you're getting ready to start, you realize that no, it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 more. It all depends. Everybody's different. Do your research, figure it out, bring it near that average, and give it a shot. Give it a shot. Don't be afraid. Let's see here. A Farley 17. I have been thinking seriously about getting started within the business. But what are the insurance requirements? What's the rate like? I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Brother, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to answer that question because I'm not from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm assuming, don't take my word for it, I'm assuming that your rate's going to be lower than mine because simply just Jersey is expensive. Jersey is expensive. Let's see here. What are the insurance requirements? Well, one thing for sure is you got to have the equipment. You got to have the equipment. The license, I mean, you don't need a CDL, like I said before, but you got to have the equipment. Do not start the insurance without having the equipment first. make sure you have the equipment, because the insurance will kick off. You know, you could be on the process of buying the truck and you got the VIN number, you set it off, you tell them, yeah, it's this truck, this trailer, and immediately you put a down payment. Then you find out that the guy selling you the truck can't sell you the truck, and then you got to go through the hassle of canceling everything out. Equipment first. Have all the equipment first, then go for the insurance, and just let the insurance give you the rates. Like I said, you can't go by other people's numbers. Let the insurance company give you the rates, and then you'll know your numbers. JR Sanchez, what ELD device are you using? I use a Keep Trucking. There's other logs, there's other ELDs you could use, but I use Keep Trucking. That also I'm gonna put in the description box as well. Quick Mods OBS, shout outs to you also. Your question here says, still worth doing a single car? Like I said before, it all depends on you. The Ramirez family, what job boards do you use for hauling? What is the trailer listed under? It says here TT. I don't know what that means. Thank you. All right, well, thanks for your questions. The Ramirez family, the Ramirez fam, is the way it's posted here. Job boards, I'm assuming you're asking me what load boards I use. There's 2 that I'm using right now, 3 actually. I use UShip, Central Dispatch, and CarShip. Let me see, is it car.ship? Give me 1 second, we'll pull it up right here. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, ship.cars is the other one that I use, not CarShip. Ship.cars is the other load board. So I interchange, I go back and forth. You know, with the Central Dispatch, you deal with a whole bunch of different brokers. With Ship.cars, there's only one broker that I deal with off of that one, called Montway. Their rates are okay, they're not the best, but you know, it's very convenient. You know, they pay you, it's under direct deposit. They pay you right away. Everything's done by phone. All the inspections, the pictures. It's a possibility that there's other load boards out there that work the same for vehicle hauling. I just haven't seen them yet. I haven't gotten into them yet. There's others right now that I'm in the middle of applying. I'm waiting for their response because I had to send them some pictures of the way I set up my straps and the type of equipment that I use. But yeah, those are that's the load board that I use. It says here, what is the trailer listed under? I don't know if, I guess it means what is it listed under? Is it the government weight rating that he's talking about? The government weight rating is 9,900 pounds. The trailer alone is about 2,000, and then the rest, which is what, maybe 7, 8, 9, 2,000, 7,200 pound is my payload. So I always take everything under that. Actually, under 5,000. I don't go above 5,000. Like I said earlier, I don't take dualies. Dualies is the only thing I don't take. F150 is the heaviest. I've had a Navigator on there. I've had Dodge Durangos on there. I'm trying to think of other heavier vehicles that I've had, but F150 is the heaviest I've done. I haven't done anything heavier than that, and I'll probably show you on one of the videos that I did. But I didn't like the way the trailer was bending and the wheel pressure. You can see everything happening with the trailer when you got a heavy equipment on there, and it scares you, especially when you're so used to pulling light cars. You know what I mean? But it does the job. It does the job. I wouldn't recommend to go limit, you know, hitting that limit every single time or close to that limit, because it puts a beating on the trailer. But yeah, that's it for the questions and comments that I have here listed on my channel. And let's see, how much time do we have here? All right, let's go into the equipment that I have. And I'm gonna post these on the description box. The list that I'm giving you right now are the equipments that I carry in the truck with me. There's other stuff that I also have that is not in this list, but I have it all set up here. I'm gonna show it to you, and I'm gonna show you in the description. Just click on the link and it'll take you right to the product if you're interested in purchasing, or just to take a look at what I'm speaking of. So right now, triangles. You need DOT approved triangles. It's a must. You gotta have it. They are very useful. In this picture here, I show you how, on this footage here, I show you how I use them. You're supposed to use them when you break down, but I like to use them when I'm parked in the street, or if I'm loading a vehicle on the street, because sometimes the car has to be driven off the property and it's right into a area that's heavy traffic. I always have the triangle set up behind me to give me clearance while I load up. Always make sure not to leave them behind. The triangles that I use here is the Cartman warning triangle, DOT approved. It's a 3-pack. You can also it's a 3-pack that comes in a small orange case that you keep in the truck. You gotta have that, definitely. It's that, and don't forget a fire extinguisher, which I'm not listing here, but you do need a fire extinguisher. Actually, no, I will list it here. When you go here, also look up for the fire extinguisher. You're gonna need a fire extinguisher to have in the truck. Always position these things in the truck on the passenger side. Why? Because when you're pulled over in the road, you're always going to be working you always want to make sure you're working out of the passenger side, because the traffic will be on the driver's side. Remember, you're always pulling over to the right. Keep everything on that side. It's a lot more comfortable. The other thing you need is a reflector vest. Always keep a reflector vest inside the truck. Keep 2 of them. Get 2 of them and keep them in there, because if one gets damaged or ripped, immediately you could grab another one to put on. You always have to have this on when you're stepping out of the vehicle, out into traffic, out in public. I just keep it on. I try to keep it on as much as I can. I mean, there are days I do forget to throw it on because I'm in a rush, but keep it in the truck, because if you're out there in the highway and you have to pull over, you need the reflector vest. I'm not sure if it's a law, but I remember a state trooper asking me, where's my reflector vest, one day when I stepped out of a truck, and that's when I was working for my old job. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, the Vulcan car tie down with the flat hooks. You can get those, you can purchase those, but keep them on the side. It's not what I would recommend for you to use immediately, but everybody's different. I notice there's a lot of vehicle haulers that use these, but I recommend to use the ones with the hook. But I'm gonna put this down on the description as well. These here are the 96-inch, 2-inch by 96. It's a 4-pack. You can use those, but I would prefer you save those for emergencies. The ones that I'm comfortable using, or became comfortable using, would be the Vulcan Pro Series 2-inch wide handle ratchet buckle with the snap hook ratchets. That you definitely got to get those. I would recommend that you get 2 sets. It's 4-pack, but get 2 sets, because these here, they start to go after a while. You know, and you're out there and you're driving in the rain, you want to lubricate them a little bit, but you know, you want to keep extras just in case. But 2 sets of these would be useful. If you're interested, just click in the description. Just go to the description. I'm gonna leave a link there that'll lead you to the page where you could order these, but you could take a quick look and see what I mean. The snap hook ratchets, those are the ones that I do recommend. The Vulcan exotic car rim tie down, 2-inch by 144-inch. Remember, you got the 96-inch for the smaller wheels, get the 144-inch for the bigger wheels. They come very handy, extremely handy. Vulcan is a pretty decent product. I haven't had any issues yet with this product. No, I'm not a sponsor of the Vulcan company itself, but I will admit when I'm using a good product, I will state it. It's a pretty decent product. They hold up pretty good. The other sets of straps you might want to have in case of an emergency would be the Auto Founder 4-pack 2-inch heavy-duty car ratchet tied down with the snap hook. Again, snap hook. This one comes with the axle straps as well. So in case you have a pretty big vehicle and you can't get to the wheel, you could catch the axles with the axle straps. There's videos out there on how to use those. Maybe one day I'll make one myself to show you, but definitely I do recommend you get these here. Again, in the description box, you're gonna see these on there. And like I mentioned before, the heavy duty adjustable trailer stick pocket D-rings, you got to get those as well. Those will make a big difference on your vehicle hauling. Definitely big difference. You can move these around according to the vehicle size, and they can hold 5,400 pounds, which is way over what you need. And it's a lot more than what you actually need, which makes it a lot safer and more comfortable to use. It gives you peace of mind. These here, you move them around and set them up how you want according to the size of the vehicle. It works perfectly fine. I definitely do recommend that. Definitely do. And that also will be left in the description box. Just for how can I say? Just for peace of mind, these trailers sometimes have these lights that'll go out. Sometimes it's because of the vibration of the impact. When you hit potholes, it'll knock some of these lights out. Sometimes it just goes out because it's just a bad bulb. You want to get this here, which is a 2-piece 3/4 round amber trailer LED marker lights. I had to replace one bulb so far. It's been a few months, but none of the other bulbs have gone out. But you want to have these in hand, because when they go out, you got to replace them ASAP. You never know, you might get hit by DOT. Usually with the single car hauler, they haven't been paying too much attention to us. I mean, I haven't been pulled over yet since I've started, but you never know. You might have an officer that's having a bad day, or he might have it out for you. You do not want any of these lights to go out, because you'll get a ticket. You will definitely get a ticket, no matter how small these light bulbs are. If there's a bulb there and it's not lit, you will get a ticket for it. So do recommend you get one pack of these, just to have these two. There's others that have more light bulbs in it, or more LEDs, but these here definitely is something I do recommend you get. Also, these are the bullet style light bulbs, or the bullet style LEDs. Check your trailer, make sure what kind of wires and connectors your bulbs use, so you can have something that's adaptable, or that it fits the item. You do not want to have to start cutting, splicing, and resplicing wires out there in the highway when you could just be plugging and unplugging and plugging back in. But definitely this here I will leave in the description box also. And that's it. There's a bunch of other items here that I could recommend, but it's not really that serious. Like trailer hitch ball lubricant, you could use that. There's some waterproof grease that you can use. There's other things that you could use, but it's really not that serious. I also have the drive click torque wrench that I use. Well, I don't really use, I just keep it there just in case. You know what I mean? I just keep it there just in case. I also have a Rock Tamer's mud flap system, which I actually had to take it off because when the trailer got too heavy, the mud flaps was dragging on the floor. But I'll put this on the description also. They have a nice look to it, nice style. But I only put these on. I keep them in the bed, but I put these on when I'm not pulling the trailer. The reason is because I haven't had the chance to go back and remodify, because you could cut the mud flaps and make them shorter. So I would have to remodify that to get it to work right. But definitely I do for style. That's just for looks. It's not something that's mandatory. It's just there for style. I like the way it looks. I want to hold down to it and save it, so when I do get a dually, I just slap it on those, because you could pull them out real easy. And that's it. That's all that I have for now. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I got my phone going crazy. Even though I'm speaking to you guys, I'm still working. I have 2 phones and it's just chiming. People are text messaging. I got private customers looking for me, asking for prices. For all of you guys out there, I want to say good luck. Those who want to be out there on the road doing vehicle hauling, don't let nothing hold you back. And oh, wait a minute, before we go, someone had asked me what was the situation with my vehicle being broken into. I had gone out, went on vacation, came back home, went to inspect the truck real quick to have it ready, because the next day I was supposed to go out to do some loads, and found that my truck had been broken into. You saw it on that last footage. And costed me about $300 on parts, locksmith, and all that nonsense. Went ahead and replaced everything myself. And I lost about 4 days actually of work, because I had to wait for parts to be delivered. It was a mess, not a big mess, but it was a mess. It was an inconvenience. Contact the police, had a report done, and simply just got back out on the road and kept it rolling. You are gonna run into situations like this. I pray that you don't, but if it does, don't let it hold you down. Don't let it pull you back. Just dust yourself off, get back up, and keep it rolling. Just get back up and keep it rolling. That's all you have to do. Because if you let stuff like this drag you down, it will, you will suffer the consequences. It will, you will, something like this, you cannot allow it to take you down. You got to keep pushing. That's all I got to say. You got to keep pushing. There will be obstacle courses, and it's all part of owning a business and running a business. So just pull your pants up and pull yourself up by the bootstraps, like they say, and just keep it going. Keep it going. All right, well, that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one. God bless. Be safe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.